Thanks for tuning in to NSC Sports, sponsored by National Sports Chat. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's get to it.
Good day, people. And I can't seem to stop talking about Eddie POS, aka Piece of Hearns. The man is up to more tactics, man, than the military. I mean, dang. This dude, man, he just don't quit, do he? All of a sudden, Dillian Whyte, after everything else fails, Anthony Joshua don't want to take the $50 million because Eddie Hearns is in his man's pockets. And now he got Dillian Whyte. Hey, Dillian Whyte, I think that you should come out and you should publicly challenge him, because if you challenge him, that means that, you know, people are going to direct their attention to you guys. And he's going to be able to kind of maneuver his way out of there, being Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's going to be, you know, a free man. And then you guys can fight in London for the belt if you win. If you get Deontay Wilder, get him to sign the contract. Get him to send an email, and then that way it is binding. Man, get out of here. What is going on, man? Like, are you that scared? I mean, I know you ain't worried about, you know, Anthony Joshua's well-being. You worried about your bottom line. Oh, well, if Joshua loses, then how many millions that I lose? Because I am pilling him. I mean, I am making more money than I should have, because I'm making money on the back end and not paying this man all this money. Come on now. Everybody knows. See, the reason why a lot of people that's in the UK, they kind of get mad at the people that's in the US, is because, you know, we call things like we see it. We don't hold people word at face value. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't make sense, we do not believe it. It doesn't become believable. And that's what you guys need to understand. Like, we don't have a problem with Eddie Hearns. Well, actually, I do, because, you know, this guy is preventing boxing, and he got to understand that boxing is in a dire need at this very moment. And then you got people that tune in, and then they end up tuning right back out because they like, man, look, I'm tired of the shenanigans. I would have loved to see the fight. I don't even want to see the fight no more. You know, and it got to that point. And when it gets to that point, guess what? Ain't nobody's going to be making money. Anthony Joshua, yes, he has a country behind him, but that's it. He's not known in the U.S. like that. Nobody really cares about no Anthony Joshua. They just see that this man has 21 fights and 20 knockouts. Deontay Wilder has 39 fights. 40 fights with 39 knockouts. And they want to see. They know it's going to be somebody that gets knocked out. And heavyweights, okay, let's see it. Hey, I'll pay for it. I ain't got nothing else to do. But then what Eddie Hearn is doing is he's dragging it out to where nobody is going to care to see this fight. See, the difference, I guess, between now and back then, see, Mayweather, even though he was trying to make the fight, all he wanted Manny Pacquiao to do was take a drug test, right? And then at that request, Manny Pacquiao basically stopped knocking people out. He ain't had a knockout since then, right? What they're doing is trying to prolong it like Mayweather Pacquiao. And you can't do that because it's a different time. People need things when they want it, they want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Give it to them now, because they're going to lose interest. It's so much stuff that's in the world. You know what I'm saying? It's so many things that's in the world to look at. You know, they're going to just lose interest. And then you got people like Eddie Hearns, you know, who's not trying to make the best fights. This man is keep trying to put Dillian Whyte in front of Deontay Wilder. See, Dillian Whyte, we already know why he made that video. Eddie Hearns told that man, hey, again, I told you I'm trying to get you that title fight, but I definitely need you to make that video. Like, come on now. Golly, are you that scared of Wilder? I hope not, because you're a man just like he's a man. And I respect Dillian Whyte because at least he's willing to fight Deontay Wilder. He's not running. He's not ducking. He's not hiding. He wants to fight. I mean, he's a little hesitant with Luis Ortiz, even though he called him out. Come on now. If he was that certain about Luis Ortiz, he wouldn't be trying to petition or appeal the decision that the WBC made. Okay, he said, if you fight him, right? This is why it's so suspect, because Deontay Wilder already said, he already made the commitment. He already made the statement. He said, if you fight Luis King Kong Ortiz, then he'll give you the fight. So now all of a sudden, you coming out after a while, after being ordered by the WBC to fight Luis Ortiz anyway, you're coming out and then now you saying, oh, well, if you say that you will fight me next, if you will fight me next, then I would knock him out within 6. Like, come on now. Like, who are you thinking you fooling? Like, come on now. If you fight me next, you know this man is trying to fight Anthony Joshua. It ain't nothing but a stall tactic for Eddie Hearns. If you fight me next, come on now. You already know this man is trying to fight Anthony Joshua. So do you think you and Wilder is a bigger fight than him and Anthony Joshua? I don't think so. You don't even believe that. So why would you sit there and, I will fight Luis Ortiz if you want to fight me next. If you say that you want to fight me next. And then not only that, how would you sit there and send somebody else a request that your promoter himself wasn't willing to accept? Like, come on now. Like, you guys need to get it together over there in the UK, because it's obvious that you guys do not want to see, because of the emotional connection that you have with Anthony Joshua. You guys do not want to see the possibility of Anthony Joshua losing or getting knocked out. And as a result, you guys are pretty much willing to also throw Dillian Whyte in there. See, Dillian Whyte is a warrior, because he's at least willing to get in with the Deontay Wilders, and then him to want to actually now all of a sudden make the request to fight Luis Ortiz, even after being ordered, even though he was ordered, to sit there and, tell Deontay Wilder, I will fight him, and then I want to fight you if you can actually make me that promise, right? I mean, I respect it somewhat, but let's not, be so easily, manipulated. We already know what happened. Eddie Hearns has Eddie Hearns all over it. Some people might say, oh, well, they ain't had nothing to do with Dillian Whyte saying this, Dillian Whyte saying that. Dillian Whyte has had the opportunity to accept this offer right away. So why now? Because he got a $50 million offer from Deontay Wilder, being Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua got that $50 million offer, and he's trying to figure out a way to back out of it. And there's no way that he can back out of it unless Dillian Whyte could convince Deontay Wilder to let him fight King Kong Ortiz, and then he be his next opponent. That's the only way that he can do it. But Dillian Whyte is definitely, being coached by Eddie Hearns and everybody, and it's just making them look weak as a whole. Because when you look at it, Tony Bell, you don't really want to fight nobody. He want a retired Ward, Andre Ward. If you look at Dillian Whyte, he talking about fighting David Haye. Like, come on, man. Like, it doesn't look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then all of a sudden, this is what nobody else is really talking about. All of a sudden, they want to make the Big Baby Miller Chisora fight. Wasn't Dillian Whyte just getting into it with Chisora? I mean, he did lose that fight. Even though they gave him a gifted decision, he still lost that fight. Dillian Whyte. I had Chisora winning very easily. In all honesty, yes, it was a good fight. It was a great fight, actually, a heavyweight, a great fight, But I definitely had Chisora winning that fight. But yeah, man, like, it's time to stop playing with the politics, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's make boxing good, great. To where everybody looked forward to all the fights that was going on or that was being made. You know what I'm saying? It's too much ducking. It's too much this and that. But if you got somebody that you believe in, you should want that person to fight anybody. And you should feel comfortable enough to make that fight. Some people, they talk and talk, but they really don't believe none of the stuff that they saying. But that's all I got for now, fellas. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys could lend your support by subscribing, that'll mean everything. Also, comment, like, whether you dislike it or like it. Your comment, I would definitely read it, if you post one. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. All right, I'm out.